Hello everyone, in this video we are going to solve the question longest common prefix. So basically you are given a array which consists of a lot of strings inside. So the first string is fla, the second is flow, and the third is flight. So we have to find the prefix. So prefix basically means the starting elements, the starting of a word. So that is what a prefix means. So we need to find the longest and the common. So the longest common prefix like f f f is common. Then if we compare the second index of all the array of all the elements, l l l is common. Likewise o o, and here o is not common. This means only fl fl and fl. Only these are the longest common prefix, and this is what we see in the output. So here if we see, there is nothing common in the longest prefix, so there is no common prefix among them. So let's start by how will I do it. So there is a concept called as vertical scanning. Like basically it's not like a concept or something, but that's how I have done over here, is that flow, flow and flight. So what I have done is I make this one as the base, this is the base, and then I compare the base with the rest of the elements of the array. So what I do is I take the first element of the base and then I compare it with the first elements of the rest of the words which I have. So let me just write the code and I'll just show you. So first I want to find okay, first I'll declare something as the base. So base is, here the given array is called as strs of 0. Now what I'll do is I'll iterate. Now that I have the base, now I'll iterate through the entire array which is given. So first I have to do is first I have to iterate through the base. So what I'll be doing is, first step is I'll iterate through each and every element, which is the pure each and every letter which is present in the base. So for I in range of len of base, and then so first like whatever is the length of it, for that I'll have the index positions. I'll iterate through the indexes of the base, and then I will be like for word in, I want to start comparing from the second element, of the entire strs which we have. So for word in strs of 1, I'm starting from the second one. So here I'm using slicing operations in Python. I'm starting, this entire thing is the strs. Now I'm starting from the second position, so this is like 1 as it is 0 based index. So for word in strs, now what I will do is that I will yes. So now what I'll do is I will check. Though so one of the base conditions is that if I is equal to the len of base, or maybe I'll just tell you the base, the normal condition first. So what is the stopping condition which stops, and also have I'll declare my result over here. Result is an empty string because at the end we need to output a string. So I'll tell that as a result. Now if so if the first word of the base is not matching with this then I will call it as a issue. So if base of I is not equal to word of I, then I will just return the result. And as this happens, I'll also append, and if everything happens perfectly fine, at the I need to even append the word which I have found, which is like common, which is a common prefix to the final result. So I'll just do over here. Oh, yes. Now there is another one base condition, that what if I reach at this position, but what if I reach at the last position of this here R? What if this I reaches at this position, but for corresponding to this position, corresponding to this index, there is nothing over here, like the length of it is smaller. So in that case also I have to break, in that case also I have to stop. So that condition is called as if I equal to len of base, or yes. So this base condition is for the situations where this flower is bigger than the flow, where here the R is the final most index, but there is no corresponding index position for the rest of the words. Then in that case also I have to just break out. And there is also one more case where if there is nothing common, like there are no common prefixes, which is this test case, then I'll just return the result where nothing happens. Else if there is anything common, then it would be returned from here. And also one more thing is that this should not be base, it should be word, because we are comparing it from this way, and then we compare this to this and not this to this, because, and now if we run this and see, this has worked. So thank you so much for watching the video.